It is so good to see you, Days fans. In fact, it's you that makes Salem such a very special place for us.
So we'd like to thank you for taking a walk down memory lane with us together. Yeah, can you share what comes to mind when you think about the late, legendary John Lithgow, who played Stefano? He used to pull up out here in the studio, and Joe would be in his car, and if we pulled in at the same time, he'd get out of his car and he'd say, "Hey, listen, I'm working on my lake house up there in Arrowhead. You got to come up and because I got in a whole new room and it's going to be really wonderful." He would walk inside the door. As soon as he would go into the threshold, he would say, "Because the lake this time of year is a fabulous lake, and the fish are big, and everything is just..." He turned into Stefano.
That's what I was going to say too.
He turned into Stefano when he walked through the door, and he remained in character the whole time until he left the studio and walked out the threshold, and then he was Joe. Where's the most unexpected place you had ever encountered a Days fan?
Many years ago, I got a letter from a man in Chester, Pennsylvania, when 40 years ago when I was just starting the show. And he was a Days watcher. And his name was H. Weston Taylor. And we were doing the Mike Douglas show in those days, and so I was going back to be on an episode, and he lived in Chester, and I said, "You know what, wait a minute, I can take the train to where you are," because we'd had this lovely letter writing relationship, and I went out to Chester and sat on his front porch, and we had a lovely time, and at that point he was 96 years old. And we stayed friends for the next year and a half, and then I called him one day and I said, Weston, I just got, "Gosh, you sound kind of funny." He said, No, it's Weston." I said, "No." He said, "Oh, is this Deidre?" "Yeah." He said, "Oh, honey, it's Weston Jr." Yeah. But I had talked to him the night that he died, which was just such a rich time. That was, Chester, Pennsylvania.
Nice.
The other one is people on my front lawn on Halloween. But we have patrols for that. This past year, you marked the 35th anniversary of your debut on Days of Our Lives. What does that milestone mean to you?
Survivor. A survivor of coming in not knowing anything, of coming into this show, and that first day of never left the set because I had to follow everybody around through Dry Block. I had to watch Mac and Francis and Quinn Redeker and Gloria Loring and you, and just to see how do they do this. And I remember saying, "I can't do this." I came from doing television. They do 7 scenes a day, and, and I didn't think that I was going to have any staying power there, and just amazing. And the rest is history. Well, I guess that's all the questions we have time for today.
Hasn't this been fun?
Yeah, it has been.
We never really get to visit with the fans except for Day of Days, and this is a nice virtual way to do it. So
Right.
it's thank you for joining us and for loving us and for partaking in this particular part of our virtual tour.
Right.
And just stay with us. Just gets better.